Dear YouTube, I have some big news. I quit my job to pursue in something that matters more to me, my mental health and happiness. My goal for the past couple years has been to move somewhere I could see myself living and feel happier, more fulfilled in life. In order to do that, while continuing to have steady income, I decided to do travel therapy while gearing all my job search towards New York. I thought it was going to turn out great and be a smooth process for the most part, but as weeks go by, every positive I gained or accomplished, I was hit back with a great loss. I'm literally sitting in the corner at my front door because I just had to pause, let myself breathe. I feel 50% better now, and I want to move on with my day because I don't want to sit here and think about it too much because I don't think that's gonna help. I just showered, took a nice hot steamy shower. Felt so good. Put on a mask. I've been giving myself excuses after work of not having time to do it, so might as well do it today. My self-care day. This pattern has been ongoing for the last 3 months, but I had to continue showing up for myself, for my job that I still had, and for my friends and family, who I couldn't share every single news with immediately because it was just too much, even for myself to grasp. This journey, to say the least, has not been as smooth as I hoped. But of course in life, not everything can come perfectly or easily, and these same failures that bring us down are what builds us up. At least it's supposed to. However, sometimes it doesn't always come out that way. I get it. Tough situations help you grow, but it has to come in bits and spread throughout your life stages for you to recover and grow each time. So big. But what if they're not? What happens when they're coming at you non-stop, one bad thing after another? It's like hurting someone who hasn't fully healed over and over again. To the Trader Joe's Cocoa Truffles. It's like a dupe of the Royce. How will they ever fully recover? We've all heard these things, but every person and every situation is different, and this was mine. With each bad news, I find myself struggling even more to get myself back up and show up for myself again. For me, they all came one after another in a matter of a single day to a week apart at most, not even exaggerating. Too sweet for me, but it does the job. When I first interviewed for this travel position, the interview itself went so well. I was so sure that this position was guaranteed, I didn't even hesitate to share with my closest friends and jump up and down in joy when I hung up the call. But then 2 days later, I get a message from a reference of mine, previous employer. She said to me word for word, "Sorry, I cannot give you a positive reference." I was shocked, speechless, and worried that she may have spoken to the company already. I had to do everything I can, so I called and talked to the facility, the travel company, emailing their supervisors. Wanna bite? Then I received news I got the job position. Awesome. Now we start the paperwork process, and it was a lot. Such nice weather today too. I'm just gonna sit here by the window and enjoy this. I came back home from work daily to work on this process for 1 to 3 hours each day, left before sunrise to complete all kinds of labs, tests, shots, everything they needed, and head to work again. I plan out everything to the minute. Traffic time, wait time at clinics, etc. I'm so excited! Feels so official. One step closer to fulfilling my dream. I got my fingerprinting done. I sent in all the information I need. Just waiting for the licensure approval. But I got the job secured. Honestly, right now I feel blessed because I know it doesn't come easy to secure a job in the first try, like a travel job right now, especially one that's pretty popular, both location and pay and everything. I thought this busy part of driving to appointment and waiting for hours was done, until I received an email during my getaway road trip saying, "Sorry, but you have to get your labs, drug tests, and these 2 shots done again because they were done too soon prior to your start date. Do things responsibly. Think ahead of mistakes." I think. I'm not sure what I'm saying. So after I got back, I found a yellow envelope in my mailbox, and it was from New Jersey. I thought it could be my license. In the letter, they said, my first set of fingerprints were not classifiable. Thus, I need to get a new set and send it within 10 days. But since I've been gone for the trip, that was past the deadline. It's been a really rough week. And today was probably one of the roughest. I'm just trying to think of all the positives. What I realized helps a lot is when people in your life remind you that you're worth more than those bad moments, and there are other good things in life. I have lovely friends who actually just came by to drop off some food made with tons of love. I had to communicate the situation, set up new appointments. I expedited it, thinking I would still get my license in time. After multiple calls with New Jersey and the licensing board, it'll take 4 to 6 weeks, they said. But my job was supposed to start in a week and a half. Beginning the move-out process. And then I have no idea what to do with those. I sorta procrastinated for this move-out, so wish me luck. I move out in 3 days. As I wait for that, this was also the time I had to send in my letter of resignation, so I did. I gave them a 2 weeks notice. Chili pepper really expired? Because I swear I use peppers a lot, but it says here that it expired in 2020. Oops. But then apparently my supervisor and manager told me, sorry, but we need a 4-week notice. That is our departmental policy, even though HR told you otherwise. So now what? I can't stay here for 2 more weeks. So I ended up meeting with multiple leaders, including our lead director for the department, to explain the situation and story to make sure I don't have another potential quote-quote bad reference again. And thankfully, things were able to get settled eventually. Much better. So now, I am sitting here thinking in my own space, knowing I've tried and done everything I can within my abilities, but the situation still cannot be changed. It's not within my powers at this point, only if something magical happens and I see my license pending status change to approved in my dreams, right? I am trying to tell myself that this is not the end of the world. Not all hopes are lost yet. All I am left to do for myself is giving myself positive thoughts and affirmations. I've came so far, this will not tear me down. Nothing has so far and nothing will. One of my favorite quotes is that everything happens for a reason. Whether you had the best or worst thing happen to you, I always believe there's a reason for it. We can't see or feel these things. They're not tangible. So we just gotta believe that the reason is there. And maybe, just maybe, one day it'll all make sense. Trust in the process, everyone. Whatever it is that you're working on, fighting for, saving towards, do what makes your life feel full. It will all come in a full circle given time. T-minus 2 days until move out. Today is the official move out day. Thankfully, my dad and my brother-in-law are coming to help me while I go to work in a little bit, but I'm gonna gather every small item I can to make it a little bit easier for them before I head out to work. Let's get going.
I'm not looking for a one night. You're not looking for a love life. Maybe we can have a good time. I don't want this shit to end. You don't want it to begin.
So I'm gonna stay with my cousin for a couple weeks until my job here officially ends. Then I'll be going back home for a week and then flying out to Jersey City. I've already found the apartment that I'm gonna stay at. I've already booked my flight ticket to fly down. And I bought my scrubs for the new job already. Pros of being a Virgo is like staying on top of everything. So when it comes to moving out and everything, it was actually a lot smoother. I did a lot of stuff ahead of time. And there's definitely tips and tricks that you guys can do to make move out a lot easier. One of them I would say is to sell as many items as you can, the ones that you know you're not gonna need, a couple months in advance. I started selling my items, I think, beginning of January, so it gave me about 3 months to sell it, and it made the move out process so much quicker, like almost like in and out all the big items into one cart. This past couple weeks, I've been doing the whole change of address, canceling electricity and internet, because if you forget to do that, it's just more added on stuff when you're not here, which makes it a little bit harder sometimes. Just planning out like how much stuff you can take back home. Like if you have a family's house that you plan on staying back home at, like with your parents or something, if you're going home to visit them in the last like couple months before moving, bring a couple boxes of stuff with you back home. I know a lot of people are interested in travel jobs, and after going through this whole first experience of obtaining the job, I think there is definitely a lot of things that can be learned throughout this process that I want to share with you guys, maybe in another day when I have a little more time. I've been working all week, including these past few days of moving in and out. Definitely feeling drained, but also sorta energized and excited at the same time, because I don't know, I like changes. I love transitions and changes. Overall, I'm really enjoying this process, even though it is tiring, but I'm happy to go through all that. All done. I'm gonna miss this place. Goodbye to this view. Goodbye to this lovely first studio. It's been a nice year.
Thank you.
So good news. Officially on April 5th, I received the news that I got my licensure. Whoop whoop!
How's YouTube going?
Going good.
Summer rain on the window.
You get one piece,
Watch the time flow.
Literally the last day I had to submit my license number before my recruiter had to hold back my contract. It's funny that it came just in time, but also crazily frustrating at the same time, stating that I am actually kind of glad to get an extra week or 2 of rest at home. I started gratefully accepting the extension of my rest at home.
Like throw it like that, and then it'd be like so fast. It was so against
I did this for their birthday!
That's why I had to try to respectfully go upstairs. Oh my god, it's street! I know, it's perfect!
I just don't remember. I'm so sorry for dreaming about the future.
This chicken looks bomb. I'm glad we got this. Aww. Cheers. So I am currently in my parents' room at home. I started thinking back to one of the passages I heard or read in the book called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. And there was this one part that was talking about how instead of looking at your future thinking that expecting a certain result based on your decision, for the future, don't make that expectation, because you don't have control over any of those factors that may or may not happen to make that expectation come true. So I really like that, and I want to set that in my mind for this new chapter in life, because it is good to know that this experience is gonna bring something to me, but I don't know what it is. And I don't want to say that it's gonna be better or not as good or anything, because I don't know that. Life probably doesn't know what it's gonna bring to me either. We're just gonna take it day by day and moment by moment, basically. I think the main thing to get out of that passage that I read is really to live life in the moment and make decisions based on your current feeling and your current situation, and not try to overplan or over expect whatever it is to come in the future, because there's so much that could happen within a matter of minutes, and it's just no point of like making yourself or giving yourself too much of a hope or too much worry about things that are way far down in your life. Really want to get this video up to you guys before I get to Jersey, because I want to start a whole new process of like the vlogging and the editing when I get there. That's all I have to say for now. I hope you guys stay up to date with my vlog and watch as I go through my new journey. See you guys soon.
What can I